Okay, so I had to add some layers to my clothes. I had to start a fire. It is winter here in the spring of the Pacific Northwest. We're in my experiment in the location that I'm at. We are stuck in winter. We're Groundhog Day and this shit. So I got a fire going out. Put on some more layers. Still is kind of having a little fit, but I know that these toxins, like that is something I'm seeing so much in the comments on the TikToks. Well, one thing I want to say, I totally spaced it the other day, but somebody out of our, our community that we're building of like-minded people, of open-minded people, they've started a channel. So I'm going to share the link to their channel in the comments. I kept trying to put it in my bio, but my bio has got so many links of different movies and different people to go and watch and books and stuff like that. And it kept taking me all those different ones, and I was just got frustrated. So I was like, makes more sense. I'll put it in the comments, because going through all those different links, that can be kind of cumbersome. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to put it in that. And anybody else, who starts a channel, we all have to just get out there and speak our truth. We have to be authentic and claim our stories, and, get people to open their minds. Stella, oh, she wants the chair. Okay. Could you wait until I finish what I'm doing? Would that be okay? Why do you wait until I start doing this, lady? Well, God, you see, just give me a minute. Let me finish talking to these people here. I know you can't see them. See, we're in this weird reality. Okay, so anyways, we have to be supportive as everybody takes a stand and speaks their truth. And, we've got to spread this open-minded awareness of, having everybody to have a say, to stop this, keeping us small. So we need to support everybody as they start, going out and speaking their truth. So anyway, anybody else who, gets that motivation and decides that they need to do that as well, then, send me your link and I'll share it. I don't have a huge following. That's one of the things I want to, you're just going to lay right there. You're going to move everything. Well, I love you. I don't have a huge following. That's one of the things that got me to want to come back on and say some more stuff, because the TikTok thing is kind of overwhelming me a little bit. Like, there's so much energy and activity going. It's just like boom, 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 and people saying stuff. It's like, whoa, like, oh my gosh, it's a lot. And I'm trying to go in and, say stuff to people. And, I've gotten these comments a few times, and I understand, like, I already know I'm shadow banned. I already know, like, I didn't even know about censorship until it started happening to me. And I didn't know about shadow banned and all of that stuff until I started having the experience and going through it. This cough thing, I know it's from the poisons. And I know that is, there's one of the things in the comments that was talking about how many people's pets and stuff are dying. And it's fucking chemicals. So anyways, I gotta try and stay on topic. So anyways, this, I was told before when I was on Twitter, this is when it very first started happening, and I was having people say I was shadow banned, and I was, and people were saying, like, you had this, like thousands of likes, and I went in to like it and it went to 0. And like, they mess with the numbers. That's when I started finding out about how they mess with the numbers. So I knew certain things to watch for on YouTube. And like I said, I've been shocked that I've got to keep this account. I don't know how or anything. Like, it's very surprising sometimes to me, but I know that it's very controlled. Like, I'm whatever I say, that they keep my voice hidden or something. They keep what I'm saying, they keep it more hidden. So we need more and more people to speak out and get people to wake up and see the truth. But one of the things is that when I was on Twitter and I started having people say that I was shadow banned, and I started watching the numbers and I started seeing, and I was getting accounts taken down. Okay, but let me finish what I'm doing, please. That's rude when you do that. You can wait a minute. You have patience. You have patience. Oh, she gets really whiny when she doesn't feel good. I'll give you the chair in a minute. She gets really like, I just need that chair. I know I'll feel better. Here, how about I'll move and you take the chair? How about that? Okay, I'll move. I'll move my whole little thing. There, take the chair. Go. Hurry up, Stella. I'm trying to do something. Move it. Okay, I'm going on the couch now, okay? So you stay on the chair. Because her favorite trick is make me move. As soon as I get comfortable, then, oh, that spot is looking pretty good. I think I need that spot. So, anyways, when I started having these people telling me, see, it's a totally different height over here. So when I started having people tell me I was shadow banned, you know, I was learning about it, and I was beginning to see, like, you know, I mean, when they were taking my account away, and then it got kind of spooky is when, you know, Secret Service shows up at my house. And the thing is you know, like, especially if you're speaking the truth and your family doesn't see the truth, you don't get any support. You get more of like, well, you know, you brought it on yourself. You shouldn't say that stuff. I was like, oh my God, don't I have rights here? But, you know, everybody just starts blaming you. Well, it's your own fault. You shouldn't be that way, and you wouldn't have them showing up. Obviously, you've lost control. You're out of control. You're pushing the limits. And it's like, you know, I know what I'm here for. Like, when you know what you're here for, you can't stop. Like, no matter what. When people tell me, like, why do you have to talk about that and stuff? Why does anybody talk about what they talk about? It's what is coming into their head. It's how they're seeing things. I can't control that at this point. I'm in mission. This is what I'm here to do. You know, my whole life was leading up to this time. And now I'm in mission, and that is how I'm going to talk. That is what I'm going to talk about. I can't censor myself to be more acceptable. Like, you know, I mean, this is the time of the awakening. I have to speak the truth. And so, you know, we need to support everybody out there who's speaking the truth, you know, and go in and follow them and like their stuff, because with the algorithms, if you don't do that, they keep you kind of in the shadows for a long time. It takes a while to really build up. And especially if you have any shadow banning, you know, that they're doing on purpose. Like I said, I can see somebody talk about the same thing I'm talking about, and they'll have like 10,000 views in 5 minutes, and, you know, it will take me 6 months to get 10. So, you know, they're pretty good at what they do. But the thing that is why it's on my mind today is because somebody just said it to me again. And I mean, my TikTok is going crazy. Like, I could have somebody just come in and take care of it for me at this point. It's like, oh my God, this is overwhelming. So, you know, trying to answer questions, because people are having a lot of questions. You know, people have stifled who they are because they don't want to, you know, go out there and be considered a crazy person, a conspiracy theorist and stuff like that. So while stuff is happening and they're thinking, this makes no sense, what's going on? And, you know, they are kept quiet because of this bullying, you know, that's part of the creation here to keep us limited. So people won't speak up. They won't speak their truth. And they won't ask questions. They don't want to be called names. It's very intimidating to be bullied. And, you know, and we've seen it starts in grade school. And then it's perpetuated, you know, and it's built up through our lives. So, you know, as these people, what was I going to say? So the people who are bullied, then, okay, wait a minute. I've just lost my whole train of thought. Okay. This day is already, like, feels like, every day to me is feeling more and more, please, Stella, you're being so rude. God. every day it's feeling more and more disjointed to me. Like I'm really am getting this whole thing back to when I very first got my brain injury, and everything became just like dreams. Like there's the only connection between them is a connection that you create. Like, I don't know. But anyways, when I'm trying to, there these people who are all like worried and stuff when they see somebody speak the truth and it's something that they see or understand and nobody's talking to them. So there's so many people asking questions and confirming, what I'm seeing and what's going on for me. There's so many people who are, looking for that connection to what's true in this world. And, I feel like someone's trying to kill me, but everybody's telling me that they're not, like that kind of thing. Like, oh, finally, somebody's saying it. So, there's so much communication happening right now on my TikTok. And it's for brain injury, it's very overstimulating. It's like, just going and going with all of these different questions that I want to answer and stuff. And, but when the one came up and he said, "You're shadow banned," and I was like, why is he saying that? Why did that person say it before? Like, so I asked him, and I have not seen his comment again, and I don't know if I've missed it because it keeps being so many. But it always gets concerning, like when somebody else can notice it, like they are seeing something. Like, what did you just see? Why did you just say that? And it plays on your mind when you know how much, they try and shut down the truth speakers. Like, I don't know if they worry that much about me, like that they would come and murder me. I mean, they don't have any problem with murdering. Do they have time to come and mess with me? I mean, they sent somebody to my house to investigate me. So I don't know. It makes you nervous, but I also know that there is no death. I mean, it doesn't matter. That would be like, I got my job done. I did what I was supposed to do, and now I'm out of here. So, it's not like, but it does play on your mind. Like, why are they saying it? Like, what is going on? What are other people seeing? Like, are they trying to comment and it's not letting them? Or, I know I heard that one. I've heard, and I've gone in and tried to like somebody else's things before, comment, and been blocked from doing that. And they also, sometimes when you're shadow banned, they keep a divider between you and other people. So sometimes, it can be your shadow ban that prevents you to like or comment. But also, when other people are trying, or when I've gone on and I've tried to, for other people it hasn't, and then it's like, oh, so this is what shadow banning is all about. You can't like their stuff. You can't, you can't find them that easily. That is what I had other people before when they were trying to come from TikTok over to here. They were having a hard time finding my page. And that's another thing too, they have like a little analytics thing. And it shows, and it was all of those shorts, because the shorts, I don't know, they really push the shorts. I think they're trying to compete with TikTok. So they were pushing the shorts. And then when I said, like, I keep making all these shorts because I'm breaking that. And then they stopped that right away. I've had a couple that kept going now, but it's really rare. Before I was having constantly ones that would be going and going and going. At least, get more than 10 views. So, then if that, that guy saying that is like, well, are you trying to like stuff? Is my stuff disappearing off your page? Like, what do you mean? Like, what is happening? Like, I'm really curious to know from the other side what is happening. So I don't know, but it's kind of spooky when you know that they, even though I'm not scared to die or whatever, but when you know that you are in their radar, it's just kind of creepy. Like, it plays on your mind. Like, it's creepy. But, and, the other thing, again, I really want to say, we really need to support other channels that are trying to spread awareness to, all this stuff about self-love and, the truth behind the illusion. anybody who's trying to say anything. We need to get those messages out there. And, you know, there's so much supportive nonsense, and we need to support, you know, what's real. They want us to support, you know, these dance videos and stuff. Like, there was no accident that they flooded us with dance videos during Dovik, right? And when they just happen, the absurdity, see, here she comes, the absurdity, it just happens to be that they are under a pandemic, but we got time for this dance routine. We're going to entertain you as we save your life. So I love you too, mommy. So anyways, that's just, you know, the absurdity was right in our face from the beginning, I swear. But they want people to just focus on stuff that, you know, they want to keep us in the shallow end. They don't want us to go deeper. They don't want us to think for ourselves. They want us to rely on timers and, you know, MapQuest. And, you know, I had noticed even, and I know I talked about this before, but it just kind of showed me how people think. And I was using, you know, when I was having to go to Spokane and I was having to drive through Seattle and stuff, and I was using that navigation so I could navigate through all of the freeways and stuff, all these intersecting freeways, and especially in a place that's so high traffic and it's so extreme, like they're going fast and they're just like, wow, all over the place. It's just like California. And so, you know, you have to know where the fuck you're going. You can't just be you know, it can't be grandma on it through there. Okay, I love you too, sweetie. She just needs to clean me when she's feeling all loving. It's like, oh, I'm good. So when I was using the navigation, you know, I was trying to learn the route myself. I was trying to imprint the route myself. So I try and pay attention, look at different buildings, recognize like different things as I was driving. And then I would turn my navigation off and test myself. So I would see, like, can I remember to get to this part? And then when I would get somewhere I couldn't recognize, I would turn it back on. So I was doing that while my daughter was here staying with me. And she kept saying, like, why do you keep turning that off? Why don't you just leave it on and follow your navigation? What is your problem? And I said, I don't want to rely on navigation. I'm trying to learn the route. I'm only using navigation to help me so I can learn the route. And she was just like, she doesn't even know her way around the town she grew up in. Like, oh my God, this is what they are doing to people. They're getting people not to think for themselves. It is, you know, it's part of the plan. And, you know, oh, well, you don't need to worry about that. We've got intelligence. We'll just implant it right here. As a matter of fact, if you don't have that, you can't even get supplies from us. And since we're the supplier of all things in this living world, then I guess you better get one of these things. And now they've already got that one store. I shared the TikTok of that guy. I've seen 2 of these stores now in 2 different states, but this one in Florida was the same thing. Everything was, you have to have I thought it was a card, but it's a scanner. So you're gonna have to use your implant to get stuff at the stores, you know, to buy supplies. They're going to limit resources, and plus all of those jobs that people think, oh, I'm gonna make minimum wage now so much, I'm gonna be doing great. Well, except for all those jobs just went to AI. You know, no longer available. So now you're still back at, you know, there's 10 jobs in the world. Oh, well, maybe if you go to school, maybe then you might get a really good job, you know, but how many kids are sitting on couches with their $60,000 diploma and no job? Nobody to help them pay for these loans. Like, it is, you know, more absurdity. So, but it's each person has to start to question things for themselves. That's when you want something more. You have to recognize your abuser. You have to see what isn't working in my life. Why is it going this direction? What do I need? You know, this is all about, the awakening is all about reaching your point of your truth. You know, reaching your point of setting your standards higher, not accepting abuse from people. and a system that is out to defeat you. You know, I mean, it really, really, to me, brought it home the other day when I watched that movie Mother. And it just, all of a sudden, it just clicked. You know, when my stomach is growling like crazy. When I saw the flesh and blood manifestation of the God that they have created, and seeing him in a relationship, and what an egomaniac, narcissistic, rotten person this being was, that they, you know, get everybody to worship, and how people play along, how they will be judgmental to others. There, you know, there's a total hierarchy in this whole religious concept, and how they all play along. It's all about ego and arrogance. And that I've talked about so much. You have to get balance. You can't let your ego be what drives you. You have to get your soul to be in play. You have to have, you know, you can't just go and listen to the devil on your shoulder. You got to bring in the angel. You got to find some balance. You got to get to look at things in a deeper perspective. You can't just follow. And people are so much followers. They just want to follow. And this is where we all have to break free from following. We all have to become our own representative of self, you know, to be free, not try and be like anyone else, you know, for each of us to find our own truth. What is important to somebody isn't important to somebody else. And, you know, that we have to appreciate ourselves and stop trying to change and conform. And this whole concept of religion that they've gotten people to worship is so much about the arrogance and the ego. You know, they think they've got all the answers. But I was always questioning that. It was like, yeah, but I, you know, being a spiritual person for now, like 40 years, I think it was when I think it was around, let's see. Well, it was back when I, you know, read Marianne Williamson's book, In My Reality. I don't know who wrote it in this, Celestine Prophecy, but I was already reading Shirley MacLaine, and who was that other guy that it was Dr. Moore. I can't think of his name, but he did a whole bunch of books about kids and life after death. Yeah, life after death, I think they're called. What happens to people when they die is a bunch of those books. When I was reading those books, and I was reading about reincarnation, I think it was around 20. That is what started me in my spiritual, my spiritual path. And so I've been following that path, and there's, you know, religion is the only accepted way towards God in this reality. And I was always thinking how strange it was, you know, they're always, they've got there's always a third party to get to their God. And I always felt like I was more in touch. Excuse me, what are you doing? Oh, she's just licking her paws. I feel bad. I know they're aching, especially when we get these big dumps of all these poisons. But she keeps hitting into me. Okay, so anyways, you know, the whole thing with religion, where I could see that spirituality was like a one-to-one kind of relationship. Like you had to actually build that relationship. There's no like, you know, and the book said, and the Lord said, and Jesus said, and Mary said, and you know, Noah said. None of that. It's you and your Creator. That's the relationship. When you go towards spirituality, it is to really define yourself by who you are, and what does this all mean to you, and how did you get here? You know, it's a lot more individual, and they don't want individual thinking. They don't want you to be individual, and it is a private thing. I don't know how, you know, well, I think, you know, it all goes back to fear. When they started developing religion, I mean, people were scared, like, maybe the sun won't come back up. Oh, what's going to happen? You know, and the enlightened ones, the illuminated ones, they were always guiding people how to think. They were always in the shadows. So anyways, you know, this system, this process has been going on for a really long time, but now it is the time for change. You know, this is a new age, a completely new age from anything that we've experienced before. This is, you know, it's marketed as heaven on earth. It's the golden age. It is a great time in human history. And it's a great time for our whole universe, the whole solar system. That's why there's so many beings. Just clean my sweater for me. Yesterday, she's cleaning the couch. She's cleaning the chair. I keep going, stop cleaning things with your tongue. I need to teach her how to use a rag. I know, lady. So anyways, you know, just think about that stuff. I mean, I'm really on this rant lately over really realizing what people worship, and that they, what this whole thing about religion, and, you know, who they worship and what they accept, what they accept. Like, why would you worship this kind of a creator? Like, because somebody told you you better do this or you're gonna go to hell. And, you know, why don't you just go, you know, quit going through that third party and get to know your creator for yourself? And you'll find out it's all about love. It's all about acceptance. It's all about, you know, this, you coming in touch with everything around you, becoming a part of all that is. So, but everybody's at their own levels. Like, I know I can talk some crazy stuff, but, you know, I mean, that is the truth. We are connected to everything. Everything is us, and we are everything. And this is an energy, and this is a universe that wants to understand itself. And we are moving towards love and light. And, you know, we're moving out of the darkness. And I've seen other people in the comments too say, I keep saying this is hell and people won't believe me. I'm like, yes, that's what I keep saying. This is an ascension out of hell. This is realizing that you're in hell and it's time to move your ass out. And, you know, I think there's a big reason why a lot of people talk about, like, the demons will trick you and the devil will trick you and make you think something isn't what it is. Well, wake up, because that's what's happening here. You are being tricked, and you want to call them devils and demons, then that's up to you. But yeah, we are being tricked. And this is low vibration. It's all of the signs of hell, if you ask me. And we have to ascend out of it. We have to see the truth. We have to empower ourselves. And, you know, fly the phoenix out of the ashes. It's all of this stuff about freedom, flying free, being true, and pulling yourself free from this controlled, indoctrinated hell vibration that they created. And I believe that is part of the ascension, is that recognizing you're being abused and pulling free from it. So anyways, now she's snoring now that I'm going to wrap it up. But I have already been talking so much. It's just that when I was getting the thing more with the shadow band, because it's one thing when I'm saying, like, I know I'm shadow banned, you know, and they're going to hold back my videos and not let people see them. And it's very frustrating when you know you're trying to get messages out that will help people and you can't get them out there. It's hard. But when somebody else starts saying, it's like, why are you saying it? What do you know? It's like super creepy. But, you know, I'm not scared. And if they take me out, you know, at least I got these messages out there, and they will be out there somewhere in the airwaves. And, you know, I did my part. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.